Hi. Welcome to my channel. Let me talk about what an ancient master of warcraft, Sun Tzu, has to say to the project managers. But before proceeding further, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And press that bell icon so that you can be notified each time a video is uploaded. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. According to Wikipedia, The Art of War is an ancient Chinese military treatise, dating roughly 5th century BC. The work is attributed to the ancient Chinese military strategist, Sun Tzu, which means Master Sun. It is composed of 13 chapters. Each of the chapters is devoted to one aspect of military strategy and tactics in warfare. For almost 1,500 years, it was the lead text in a compilation that was formalized as the 7 Military Classics by Emperor Shenzong. The Art of War remains the most influential strategy text in East Asian warfare and has influenced both Eastern and Western military thinking, business tactics, legal strategy, lifestyles, and beyond. In the modern world, the knowledge and understanding of contemporary project management standards and methodologies, like PMBOK, has become an imperative to be a project manager in all of the industries. The processes, procedures, tools and techniques discussed in PMBOK assists a project manager in delivering the positive outcomes as the stakeholders desire so much. A project manager necessarily has to ensure that the project continues to contribute to the business objectives, it continues to add value to interests of the stakeholders, and hence, to help the organization gain market share. PMBOK is the first step towards becoming a certified project manager in many industries. Similarly, the Art of War also focuses on guiding towards a positive outcome by developing deeper insights from the environment in which he or she operates. The similarities of basic philosophies in both of the texts have intrigued me for a long time. The leader of a project must utilize the resources to deliver an outcome acceptable to all of the stakeholders. Make it a win-win for all of them. The similarities between the intents of both texts are striking and deserve further analysis and contemplation on one's own work experiences. In my book, The Project Management Battlefield, I have compared the PMBOK with the Art of War. This short video is also based on the Project Management Battlefield. As we understand the Art of War, we cannot fail to notice that we live in a world that depends on the positive outcomes. And we can also not ignore that the metamorphosis of the war had occurred. The marketplace has been transformed into a battlefield. The battle, which is no longer for territory. As the organizations are battling for growth in market share, they strive for the positive outcomes through the application of several strategies, and they fight for the market share by creating and launching products and services. Alexander the Great, Hannibal, Ashoka, Napoleon, and the list goes on. It doesn't take much historical knowledge to agree that history is full of tales of generals who have conquered the world, and that of others who are recognized for their strategic and tactical skills on the battleground. They had several armies and thousands of soldiers at their command. They conquered lands, were victorious against the strongest, expanded their kingdoms, and in turn, established their rule over millions. Expansion of their empires was one of the only ways of establishing supremacy during the times they walked this earth. These warrior leaders were equipped with modern artillery, they had armies of skilled professional soldiers, and they were master strategists and tacticians. They are known for their leadership and conduct on the battlefield. The men led several battles with thousands of soldiers and several hundred types of weapons. There were times when the task at hand was deadly. Sometimes their existence was threatened, and on other occasions, it was an easy, straightforward planned act of war. Sun Tzu wrote The Art of War for such generals to give them a methodology for conducting wars. Let me now talk about what Sun Tzu says on the qualities of a general to ensure victory in war. Replace the situation from the battlefield with that during the project execution. And replace the term general with the project manager, and then, let's now see what Sun Tzu says about a leader, a project manager. Given that a project is about achieving positive outcomes amid conflicting needs and interests, and perhaps it also leads to the rise and fall in the profits, and thus, the rise or fall of the stakeholders. The leadership ability that Sun Tzu advises for a general to possess, a project manager must have them too. Sun Tzu says, the general is the bulwark of the state. If the bulwark is complete at all points, the state will be strong. If the bulwark is defective, the state will be weak. The word bulwark is another term for a defensive wall. Given that a project manager leads the project, he is a de facto general in the corporate world. An organization's capabilities are as good as the leaders in it, who spearhead the changes. Sun Tzu also states that the commander stands for the virtues of wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. Which means a leader should be wise in making decisions. Trustworthy, he should inspire trust. Thoughtful, he must take care of the team. Courageous, to make tough choices. And strict, to ensure compliance. Sun Tzu on plan. Importance of planning cannot be denied. Sun Tzu, on the other hand, also puts specific emphasis on the planning skills of a project manager. He says, now the general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. Meaning that a project manager must carefully elaborate on the planning aspects of the project before starting it. A project's success or failure depends on a realistic and robust plan. Additionally, Sun Tzu has also said that whoever is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy will be fresh for the fight. Whoever is second in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted. Which means that it is not only the plan, but a plan accompanied with proactive actions that help the leaders to deliver the desired outcomes. We have to plan ahead and prepare beforehand to deal with potential risks. We cannot leave things to chances. Sun Tzu on agility. Against the popular notion, agile is not a new concept. It is our insistence on referring to only the modern literature and methods that often leads us to forget the wisdom of the ancient world. As a consequence, it keeps us away from drawing any lessons or inspiration from it. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu has said that one should modify one's plans according to the favorability of circumstance. This is a fundamental idea in the agile world, where flexibility is the foundation of the methodologies and processes utilized to develop applications and products. On scope verification. In his book, The Art of War, Sun Tzu has said, the general should rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. Not on the chance of his not attacking, but rather on the fact that we have made our position unassailable. The scope verification helps in ensuring that the delivered solutions are consistent with the desired outcome. Scope verification is a proactive approach that helps in identifying the project delivery, making sure that the delivery expectations are set appropriately. Hence, it helps in making the organization's position in the marketplace predictable. Sun Tzu on schedule and estimation. The Art of War states that, in respect of military method, we have firstly, measurement. Secondly, estimation of quantity. Thirdly, calculation. Fourthly, balancing of chances. Fifthly, victory. It is a discussion about measurements, estimations, priorities, and calculations. Thus, the activities can be planned at a granular level so that they can be assigned, tracked, and accounted for. Sun Tzu says if the campaign is protracted, the resources of the state will not be equal to the strain. He is not only clearly stating that the delays in the schedule will strain the resources of the organization, but he is also reiterating the criticality of appropriate monitoring and controlling. On costs. Previously, we have already seen that Sun Tzu has said about the consequences of escalating costs on the organization. In addition to that, in The Art of War says that the skillful soldier does not raise a second levy, neither are his supply wagons loaded more than twice. This is a piece of powerful advice about the right level of knowledge and skills in a project manager. Only then the estimations can be reasonably accurate. On procurement. It is a commonplace idea that an organization must only engage with suppliers and partners who can contribute to the value chain and can further consolidate the market share. In this context, Sun Tzu has said that we cannot enter into alliances until we are acquainted with the designs of our neighbors. Sun Tzu on enterprise environmental factors. The operating environment is in the DNA of the organization. The outcome of any project is deeply influenced by the prevailing environmental factors. Therefore, a project manager must keep the organizational environment in mind while strategizing, planning, and formulating responses or any decisions. These influencing factors can be related to the internal or external environment of the organizations. Many such factors, either directly or indirectly, become risks, issues, and constraints of a project. Some of the prominent examples of these factors are organizational culture, the organization's structure and processes, marketplace conditions, regulatory and quality standards related to the business, the national, regional, and global political climate, availability of skilled human resources in the organization and in the market, and the organization's policies related to customers, people, projects, and project management. Sun Tzu also discussed the environment in which a general operates. He has stated that it has a direct impact on being victorious on the battlefield. In The Art of War, he says that the moral law causes the people to be in complete accord with their ruler, so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. In this statement, what Sun Tzu means is, as the organization tend to ensure discipline amongst its employees, it consequence in the cultures unique to them, and it manifests in numerous ways, such as shared vision, values, norms, beliefs, and expectations, policies, methods, and procedures, work ethics, and relationships with authority. The organizational culture and norms ensure that the team follows the lead and works toward the vision. Before I end the discussions on the environmental factors, let me also say what Sun Tzu further says. Fighting with a large army under your command is no different from fighting with a small one. It is merely a question of instituting signs and signals. To a project manager, what it means is, with the right setup of an organizational structure of a project, along with suitable communication plans and communication mechanisms, a team of any size can be managed, provided that each team member plays by the rules as per project and organizational policies and acts as a team player, which again is a factor dependent on the operating environment of the organization. With this, I come to an end of this video. It was a very short summary of the similarities between a book which was written 2,500 years ago and a book which gets revised almost every 4 years. I hope it has helped you in some ways. While I plan to cover more on Sun Tzu's ideas and implications for a project manager on a later day. In my next few videos, I will cover the hardware crypto wallets related topics. Thanks for your time, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And click on the bell icon. Don't forget to like and share. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.